Government guidelines say schools should be mobile phone free environments by default. Some campaigners would like to go further, and in the House of Lords today, peers are debating whether there should be a legal ban on smartphones being even taken into schools. Jennifer Powers is the founder of the Unplugged Coalition, which campaigns to protect children from addictive technology, and joins me now. Jennifer, good afternoon.
Hello.
So, look, many schools already have some sort of ban in place, including my kids' school, in fact. Why do we need a legal ban as well?
Well, at the moment, as you rightly say, there are a range of policies in place, and it's really up to the head teacher's discretion in terms of what that policy looks like and how it's enforced. And so parents across the country would just really welcome clarity over what a genuinely smartphone-free school looks like. And they'd love to have the security of knowing that the schools are actually adhering to a really robust definition. Because at the moment, it can be, just don't take your phone out of your blazer pocket, which is not a very good policy at all.
So lots of schools have lockers where pupils have to drop their phones off, or, pouches that they have to put them in that get sealed. Is that kind of thing doing the job?
Well, listen, those are massive steps forward from where we were even a year ago. And, there are still some schools that require students to bring and pull out their smartphones during class, which is really, really unfortunate practice, and we need to stamp that out. But the gold standard here is really to not allow smartphones on the premises. Some head teachers got together last year, and they actually came up with smartphone-free school rating, which is the first time there's been a definition of what a genuinely smartphone-free school looks like. And to be gold rated on that rating system means exactly that, to not have smartphones on the premises. Obviously, a lot simpler for primary schools to do, because if children walk to school in years 5 or 6 on their own, they can simply hand in a non-internet phone, a kind of simple phone. It becomes a little bit more complicated for secondary schools, but a lot of secondary schools are biting the bullet and bringing them in and really reaping the benefits. And the point here is that not only does it give children safety and distraction-free learning from bell to bell, but it also changes behavior outside the classroom. And that's really powerful for the culture change we want to see.
I mean, I guess lots of parents like their kids having smartphones. It's why they give them smartphones. It's so they can track them, they can see where they are, they can contact them when they need to contact them, perhaps with less sort of intrusiveness and less formality than a phone call. Should parents not have a say in this kind of stuff?
Well, parents absolutely do have a say. Even if their child's school goes smartphone free on the premises, even if it goes gold standard, they can still, at this point in time, still purchase or give their child a smartphone. All we're saying here is that schools themselves have a safeguarding responsibility to all the children on their premises. And schools make rules all the time about what children are not allowed to bring in. And we need to reframe smartphones as not toys, but as devices for adults. And so, we're not taking away any parental rights. We're just really looking at all children and wanting them to be as safe as possible.
Like Spain has become the latest country we just heard today to ban social media for young people. Is it inevitable we're going to go down the same route here, do you think?
Well, I think we're definitely headed in that direction. I do think this has a way to go. Just wanted to mention quickly as well, your point around parents wanting to be in touch with their kids. I mean, by no means is my work at the Unplugged Coalition, about anti-phones. I mean, we're really talking about supercomputers in children's pockets. There are fantastic new products coming on the market over the past year, which have phone and text only and GPS. So if tracking your child is important, but you don't want to give them access to browsers or social media, there's quite a number of products that are now on the market. So that's really something that I hope parents look up. But also I want Department for Education to take note, because their recent guidance on phones in schools actually praised the kind of pouch model or the locking away of phones, claiming that it allowed all children to be safe on their way to and from school, not seeming to understand that you don't need a smartphone to be safe. And actually, if you have one, you're more at risk of being mugged. So I just want to say from that device perspective, there's lots of fantastic options out there. With regard to the social media, I do think it's one-way traffic. I think that's where we're headed. I'm a bit concerned about this consultation. I think the government might be attempting to put it into the long grass. They were facing quite a significant rebellion on the backbench, and that has been deflated because of this promise of a consultation that will give a lot of time and space for the tech companies to lobby against restrictions. So I just hope the government is taking note of the huge parental desire for restrictions on this.
Jennifer Powers of the Unplugged Coalition, thank you very much indeed.